So here's this table I recently designed for our workspace here at ONOFF headquarters. It's a flying table, 7+ meter span. Well, yeah, 7 meter plus span. Let's look at the under construction really quick here. This is just a SketchUp model. So it's going to be these pieces are going to be bolted to the walls, the columns here. This is just a temporary bracing, just to explain my friends, my colleagues, how to proceed together with the build. And so this, let's make this blue. It's actually not blue, but it looks blue here. Anyway, so these are individual pieces. This blue one gets bolted onto this side of the wall. This orange one, now green, is bolted on this side. They're screwed from the back, and then they're bolted together, this orange and blue. And then that should give us enough strength. I mean, the blue is gonna definitely hold more than the green, but I have another crazy spanning table in the workshop for the chop saw station, and it was only using this green method. Anyway, let's take a look at what we have here. So this is the brace that I was talking about earlier. So we came out of the wall. These pieces are actually about 10 centimeters longer than they're supposed to be, and once we're done with the whole thing, we will line it up with a slack line or a rope line or a laser level. This thing right here, probably. It's a super practical thing. And then cut them all up at different sizes, which are the right sizes, because this building was built in the late 1800s, I think 1890 or something, and none of the walls are parallel or perpendicular where you would think they are. And this is why we went all out and did all this crazy alignment job here, so that they're all parallel and perpendicular to the planes they're supposed to be. And we will fill these gaps here that were created after lining them up, so that they're parallel and perpendicular. And then we will pour in this contact adhesive they use for drywalling. That stuff binds really well to porous surfaces like this, especially this brick stuff and whatever. The backside of this wood, we put a little bit of flax oil, linseed oil, so it doesn't really, seep into the wood. I mean, the long grain wouldn't really soak in that much, but anyway, just a little protection. And yeah, we created this mold, this thing here. We siliconed it up so it's watertight. First we tried with the hot glue gun. That didn't work well. As you can see, it was just like flowing through this hot glue gun. I thought it would work, but it's more expensive than these silicone things, and the silicone is easier to work with in this case. You can just generously apply it and then run it with your finger and swab your water, or I just use cardboard. Didn't feel like messing with that. And this cardboard here. And I'm just gonna hack it together, and when it sets tomorrow, it should set in a few hours, but I don't feel like working anymore. Then we just pour it in, and then we have these really nice flush parallel and perpendicular surfaces to work with, because eventually, if you look at this thing here, they're also gonna act as drawers. Well, not really drawers, but just remove one. This is what it's pretty much gonna look like. It's just gonna be open with a plate of wood on top, plate on the bottom, plywood. It's all there, all the plywood. And that's top and bottom, so enough space for, I don't know, large sheets of paper, your laptop and what have you. And this is gonna be this crazy 7+ meter span from that wall to this wall. And let's see if it actually it's the first time I look at it, and it looks pretty sweet. It's lined up pretty well. We can also check with this crazy level. It's the first time I'm checking this, and yeah, it's acceptable. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. So this one is also there. It's moving the other direction, but it should be just fine. I mean, at the spans, I think it's a pretty good job. And what's difficult here is finding corresponding holes. Well, you kind of work backwards here. You inspect the walls and figure out where the holes would go as precisely as you possibly could. That's why we have all these referencing lines. You don't see them anymore because they're behind this thing. But we had a pretty good idea where they were gonna go to mark, directly into the brick, onto the brick, because you don't want to go in the mortar. You want to go directly into the brick for the most secure connection, because you have crazy span here. Anyway, there's a lot of leverage, but these bolts, big screws, they're 6mm, and I think they're also 6 by 100 millimeters, so they should work fine. Maybe I'll change these ones to longer ones, since we're losing some here. But once we put that contact cement, it's called Ansitzbinder in Germany. It's really aggressive stuff actually, but once it's set, it's fine. That should give us a nice surface to work with, and to really distribute the pressure you get from the screws super tight. So then we put the green beam in the back, that one, and then screw the other ones from the back also, and then bolt them onto the wall, and then bolt them together with the ones just hugging this column, and that's pretty much it. It's gonna work just right. I mean, okay, so this window here, you can see that this top line that's where the top plate of the table reaches, and there's about 1 centimeter space. So this window can actually open all the way. But the other ones, since they're all different sizes, they're not going to be able to open like how do you say? Anyway, open from the side. They can open from the top, like this one, but not from the side. And so the table won't go to the very back. It will stick to behind, like back to here, I think. So we can also just route cables through and whatever, so we don't have a mess here. Yeah, it should be a pretty sweet setup. We have all these Cat 7A cables and outlets and stuff, and yeah, it should look pretty sweet afterwards. I think it's going pretty well. Anyway, just a quick look at the space. That's our kick-ass storage above. Little print station, and routers is gonna be there, and all this server stuff. And that's more storage. And this table is also gonna get some work done to it. We're gonna glue up some linoleum hiding back there, up there, next to all that stuff, and I don't know, make it look nicer and more easier to draw on, a better surface. Anyway, that's it for now. Peace out.